çok kötü. Okay, I think it's getting weird now. You're not here to watch me reading. I think you wanted to know how you can start reading in your Taja language. I will show you now. So reading in your Taja language can help you grow your vocabulary. Because, for example, you are already studying vocab, so I do it on Anki, and then you read something and then you often see this word again, and it really helps your mind to recognize the word and also to remember it. It's way more helpful than always only do it on flashcards and then you don't really meet this word again. Reading books can really be helpful to reach a next level in your language process. I also often forget this point because I was like, I'm too busy to read. I don't have time. First, start with reading short stories. Don't make the mistake like I have done, starting with reading big books in Turkish. That's stupid. It's a really stupid idea. Because you will get lost. Because you won't understand most of the things, and then you're 1-2 pages in the book and you're like, nope, bye book. Yeah. So start with short stories, maybe just 2, 3, 4 pages, or even up to 10 pages. Then you can easily understand maybe the story plot, what is happening, and you also have the advantage that you see new vocabs that you can note down. Also maybe you see some grammar rules that you already have studied, so it's also a little bit of repetition for your brain, but it's really helpful. Second, read graded readers book. As I have done when I started to learn English, I not went to the big bookshelves. I started with little books. They were really thin, and they were for certain levels. So for example A2 or B1, and depending on my level, I read some one of these Tajik reader books, and it really helped me because it was not too hard, but also not too easy. And it was something that it was at the same grammar level that I was, and also I had a lot of basic vocab already. So, but if I would have started with a big book, I would be like, what is happening? What is this word? That every 2 seconds you are finding a new word, and a grammar structure, that would be horrible. Don't do that. But when you then finish with short stories, graded readers, you can come to the third step. You can start reading the real books. And actually I would recommend there reading, starting with a book that you already have read in your target language. So you already know the storyline. So you won't start reading and be like, what the fuck is happening? Because you're getting lost. So you're not getting lost already. That's good. And then you also can acquire new vocab again, some grammar rules or everything, which is pretty good. The fourth tip that I have, that I would recommend even at when you're just starting short story or graded readers, is really important. Because when I started to read even short stories, I still got kind of lost because there were names. And I was who was now who, and who was said what, and what happened, who was what, and who is the sister of who. Kind of complicated. So I got lost, and then I was okay, I read everything from the beginning again, and then I was starting to making notes. Okay, that is, I don't know, Mert, and his sister is Aisha, and Aisha is 7 years old, and Mert has done this, and he's working for him too, blah blah blah. And that really helped me to follow the storyline and what is happening, and yeah, it's way more helpful to understand everything and not getting lost, as I always do. Don't be sad if you don't understand something, the storyline or anything, and then you need to start again. Because often then people are even graded readers or short stories, I don't get them, I don't understand anything. It takes time. Just okay, go back, read it again, make some notes, stay focused, and maybe 2 or 3 times you need to read it, and then you get the complete story. And that's totally normal when you're a beginner, intermediate. It's like totally normal that you won't understand everything directly from the beginning. But now let's grab a book or credit readers or short story for you if you're a beginner. Please do that. And let's start getting into reading.